All right, let's dive in. We are going to walk through a complete blueprint for a really modern e-commerce business. But listen, this isn't just any old model. It's a very specific strategy, one that's designed to build a real brand from the ground up, without you ever having to hold a single piece of inventory.
So this is the big question, isn't it? It gets right to the heart of what stops so many people from starting a retail business. That massive upfront cost and the huge risk of buying a warehouse full of stuff that, well, what if it doesn't sell? But what if there was a way to completely sidestep that entire problem?
And here's the answer: specialty branded dropshipping. Now, the keyword here, the one that changes the entire game, is branded. You're not just some random reseller with a generic website. No, you're building a brand. You're curating a very specific vibe, and you're creating a premium experience for your customers, even though you never actually touch the product yourself.
Okay, so how do you even start something like this? You start smart. Phase 1 is all about validation. This is that crucial, low-risk step where you prove your idea has legs before you sink any real time or money into it. Here's the 4-step playbook for that SMART test. First, you lock in your niche, the specific feel you're going for. Second, you go on the hunt for about 10 potential products that just perfectly fit that vibe. Third, and this is so important, you order samples of all 10. And finally, you pick the absolute best of the bunch, throw up a simple test site, and run a small targeted ad campaign.
I really want to pause on this for a second, because this is the golden rule. This is what separates a legit brand from one of those cheap, unreliable dropshipping stores. You absolutely have to see, touch, and test the quality of the products you're going to put your name on. Seriously, it is non-negotiable.
And the price tag for this whole validation test? You'd be surprised. We're talking about just $100 for the ads. For that tiny investment, you get the single most valuable piece of information an entrepreneur could ever ask for: a clear yes or no from real, actual pay-in customers. It's an unbelievably efficient way to de-risk your entire idea. Okay, so let's say the test works. People are actually buying. Awesome. Now we move to phase 2, building that solid foundation. This is all the essential, kind of boring, behind-the-scenes work that turns a winning test into a real, sustainable, long-term business.
So your business plan needs to be laser-focused on 3 things. First, your ad spend, because that's your main engine for growth. Second, your profit margins. In dropshipping, they can be razor-thin, so you've got to track every single penny like a hawk. And third, your supplier relationships. A good supplier is your partner, plain and simple. They're key to ensuring quality and managing customer expectations, especially around shipping.
And of course, you got to make it official. This means picking a legal structure like an LLC, registering your business name, getting the right tax IDs, and this is a big one, opening a dedicated business bank account to keep all your finances clean right from day one.
Now we get to phase 3, and this is where the real magic happens: building the brand. You've proven the idea works, you've built the foundation, now it's time to turn it into something your customers can actually see, feel, and really connect with.
And this is a huge mental shift. You're not just moving someone else's product anymore. You're creating an identity. You're building a story, an aesthetic, a promise to your customer. This is the absolute core of the whole branded dropshipping model.
And this slide, this just shows it all perfectly. Look at the difference. On the left, you've got the supplier's description: one-piece desk organizer, plastic white. Functional, boring, zero emotion. But then look at the right. That's your brand story. It's not just a plastic box, it's the clarity organizer. It sells a feeling: calm, focus, minimalism. This is exactly where you add your unique value. With the brand finally built, you're ready for the last phase, the grand opening. This is all about launching your official store to the world and rolling out a smart, targeted strategy to find your people and really grow those sales. Your marketing has to be just as curated as your products are. So forget generic ads. You find your customers where they're already hanging out. Selling minimalist office decor, you go to Pinterest and target people who are actively searching for home office ideas. You use Instagram to connect with followers of minimalist design accounts. You create content that doesn't just sell a product, it sells the entire lifestyle.
And here's the thing, this is so important. In a business where you don't control how fast something ships, your secret weapon becomes customer service. Being proactive, being super responsive, and being incredibly helpful, that's how you build trust and loyalty. It's the one competitive advantage that can overcome the challenges that are just built into the dropshipping model.
So there you have it, a complete 4-phase blueprint that takes you from idea to test to foundation to brand and finally to launch. Every single step is laid out for you.
The only question left is, what are you going to build with it?